Yeah, if you have to be outside this weekend, especially exerting yourself like those bikers are, make sure you're keeping well hydrated and also keeping that sunscreen on. You can get heat stroke pretty quick in the conditions that we're seeing so far this weekend. High pressure is sitting right on top of us, and under that, we are baking. It's also keeping all the clouds and showers out of here, but we are watching this cold front back across the northwest United States, but it's going to take a sweet time getting here. High pressure will do its best to shield that area of low pressure in that cold front for the weekend and the start of next week, but around the middle of the week, that cold front will be on our doorstep, and that will bring in some rain and also some cooler temperatures as we go into the second half of next week. I'll show you that coming up on the 7-day forecast. We do have some pretty warm stuff still out there in the 9 o'clock hour. 85 in Little Rock, 86 in Oklahoma, 88 in Wichita. Wichita was up to the triple digits this afternoon. Locally, heat advisory in effect for the counties you see here in orange. That's where the heat indices will get a little bit higher again for the afternoon tomorrow because of the higher humidity. You can see dew points back off towards Clarksville around the mid 70s opposed to the mid to upper 60s across northwest Arkansas. You factor the heat and humidity, and it was really miserable out there this afternoon, and it's going to be the same story again for the day tomorrow. Currently at 78 in Fayetteville, 87 in Fort Smith, 79 degrees in Mena. Factor in the humidity. Feels like 93 right now in Fort Smith, 91 in Sallisaw. Not a whole lot of relief from the heat as we go into the overnight hours, and those winds that were breezy out of the south earlier today starting to die down as well. So the air a little bit more stagnant now. It's going to be a pretty muggy overnight. You can see our temperatures only dipping down to the low to mid 70s as we go into the overnight hours and waking up for our Sunday morning. And those temperatures shoot right back up as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. Futurecast painting 100 degrees for Fort Smith. Definitely possible. We haven't hit 100 yet so far this summer for Fort Smith, which is a little bit odd, but we could do it as we go into the day tomorrow. Skies are clear right now. We'll have plenty of sunshine for the day tomorrow with that high pressure on top of us, that sinking air. So it's hard for those clouds and showers to form. And you see the high deflecting the showers to our north and to our east in that clockwise fashion. On our HD Futurecast for the overnight hours, we're looking at mostly clear skies tonight. Not a bad night to do a little stargazing. We'll see mostly clear skies as we wake up for our Sunday morning as well. Then heading into the afternoon hours, same story. Sunny skies, maybe a few showers way back off towards east Arkansas, towards Memphis, and then those showers will fade to our east. We continue to see clear skies for northwest Arkansas and the River Valley as we head into the evening hours and the overnight. So for tonight's forecast, staying muggy and mild, temperatures down to the low to mid 70s. For the day tomorrow, pretty much a carbon copy of what we saw today, plus 1 or 2 more degrees, mid to upper 90s. Those heat indices well into the hundreds. Again, take it easy out there if you are going to be outside tomorrow afternoon. For northwest Arkansas, 7-day forecast, you see that those clouds start to build back in around the middle of the week. A few isolated showers possible on Tuesday, a few more on Wednesday. The best bet for the showers will be on Thursday as that cold front moves through. That will drop temperatures down to the 80s, which will be a nice treat, especially after the heat we're seeing this weekend. Lows back down into the 60s. In the River Valley, flirting with the triple digits over the next couple of days. It's going to feel like that regardless with the humidity. Then we drop down as well back to the 80s by Friday with a few rain showers possible, especially Wednesday, and a better chance for those rain showers on Thursday. So here we are in the second half of August, and we're seeing the hottest temperatures so far this summer. Still have a chance to hit the triple digits.
But it hasn't said triple digits quite yet.
Not yet. We've had those cold snaps, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels like it.
Yeah, these storms are moving off towards the northeast around 40 miles an hour right now. You see that puts that into the Sallisaw area in about 10 minutes or so. Fort Smith, you're looking at the next half hour to 45 minutes. Those storms tracking generally to the north and east. So Fayetteville looks like you're in the clear for this initial line, although we've seen some of these building further north. One of these cells are just starting to split off with a more northerly direction. This cell right here. So it looks like Poto, a half hour or so, you probably see that lightning off towards your west right now, and it's getting pretty loud out there. It's been pretty quiet across much of the River Valley. A lot of those storms today have been further towards the south, but right now a lot of the air across parts of the River Valley into northwest Arkansas remain untouched and still fairly unstable. Where we saw a lot of that weather earlier today down towards Scott and Polk County, that area is a little bit more stable, a little bit more rain cooled from those rounds of storms and showers earlier today. So it looks like some of these southern parts of the line could see a little bit less of intensity as those storms push off into Arkansas. Yeah, they had a long track violent tornado on the ground just to the north west of Little Rock is where it started. It's been tracking north of Little Rock through a number of communities. We have some images I want to share with you here. First off, this is in Mayflower, Arkansas. This is a picture of a stovepipe looking tornado that went through the Plantation neighborhood in Mayflower, Arkansas. This is that same neighborhood where that storm went through. You see a lot of devastation. Looks like a high-end EF2, possibly a EF3 tornado. You see a lot of the foundations and homes destroyed in that neighborhood. Another picture coming out of the Mayflower area. You just see total devastation. Those trees just kind of sawed off halfway up the tree, and looks like the remnants of homes there in the Mayflower area. Yeah, good afternoon, Joe. I'm live here in Rogers along Interstate 540. It's been snowing throughout the day so far. We have about 7 to 8 inches on the ground here in Rogers right now. It's been creating a mess, but the good news is, if there is any good news, is that the trees and the power lines here across northwest Arkansas are not seeing that ice accumulation that we're seeing down in the river valley. The snow is causing some travel hazards, though. We'll start you off with the scene in Bella Vista earlier this morning, where the crews are out trying to do their best to keep ahead of the weather, salting and sanding and plowing the snow off the ground. But with that sleet that we had yesterday and during the overnight, underneath that snow, it's causing some very slick conditions. Four-wheel drive vehicles, all-wheel drive vehicles were going off the road, including our 5 News truck actually went off the road at one point, just sliding off the side of one of the hills. Also in Bella Vista along Highway 71, it was deserted at times as traffic was very light this morning, not what you typically see for a Friday morning. Whiteout conditions at times with some of that heavy snow falling, and of course the main roads were very slick, traffic going very slow, and we advise you, if you do have to head out today, take your time, no sudden stops or accelerations, no swerving, and give the crews that are working to start to clear the roads throughout the rest of the day into tomorrow plenty of space to do their work. Live here in Rogers, I'm Tyler Southard for 5 News. Yeah, it's amazing how things can change in just a week. We're in the 70s and 80s last weekend. Now talking about winter weather. We had that freezing rain come through last night. Now winter weather watches, warnings, and advisories posted. Advisories in the purple, winter storm warnings in the pink, and winter storm watch in the blue. That includes Polk County so far. I expect more of these advisories to spread further north as we go into the day on Sunday. For today, those rain showers moved out earlier in the day, mostly cloudy throughout the day. That'll be the story for the overnight tonight. Winds have been out of the north throughout the day today, and that's drawing down the very cold temperatures across the region. Now at 12 miles an hour in Bentonville from the north, 8 miles an hour in Fort Smith. You see that cold air. Cooler to the north, 30 degrees right now in Bentonville, 34 in Fayetteville. A little warmer in the River Valley and Ouachita's, holding onto the 40s right now. When you factor in the wind chill feels like 18 right now in Bentonville. Very bitter cold out there right now, and it will get even colder as we go into the overnight tonight. Lots of cold air in store across the region. You can see those 20s stretching all the way down into Lubbock, a little bit milder to our south, but that cold air will continue to work in as we go into the second half of our weekend. We're tracking that winter weather. You see that snow already spreading across parts of Oklahoma, up into Kansas, parts of Texas as well. That's all thanks to this area of low pressure parked across the southwest. That will track east as we go throughout the weekend and into Monday, shifting just to our south throughout the day on Monday, and that will draw up that moisture from the south over the very cold temperatures, aiding in that winter weather threat as we go into the start of next week. On our HD Futurecast, going into the overnight tonight, that cloud cover does hold on. You see those snow showers, some freezing rain down to Texas, some rain mixing in as well through the overnight tonight and through much of Sunday as well. By about 6 p.m. or so, we're watching that snow on our doorstep. That first round will come through tomorrow evening into the overnight hours, dying down for a bit. Then we're watching this moisture for the day on Monday that will come in from the south. I'm expecting more of this to work further north than what our Futurecast is showing. We'll be tweaking that forecast though a bit as we go into the day on Sunday. A closer look for the next 24 hours, mostly cloudy through the overnight tonight, and for the start of your Sunday, another cold, raw, gloomy day as we head into Sunday. By 5 p.m., there's those snow showers on our doorstep. Those will enter during the evening hours right around sunset and eventually move out around midnight or so, that first round through. Then we're watching for more coming in for the day on Monday. Temperature-wise, those will drop down big time tonight. We're talking about the teens where you see these pink shadings. I'm expecting Fayetteville and Bentonville will both get into the teens at one point tonight and down into the 20s for the River Valley and for the Ouachitas. And then tomorrow afternoon, only warming up into the 30s, setting the stage for that winter weather. Right now, I'm expecting nothing to a ½ inch for northwest Arkansas, where you see the gray shadings, about 1/2 inch to an inch, and the blue shadings here across the River Valley and parts of the Ouachitas. Then further south down to the Ouachitas, we're talking 1 to 2 inches. This is subject to change depending how far north that moisture gets and how much rain and sleet ends up mixing with the snow, but it looks like the higher amounts will be further south. Right now, your bread and milk index at a 2. We're not expecting huge impacts, but a few slick spots possible on the road, especially where some of that snow, freezing rain, and sleet refreezes on the road, creating some black ice. For your forecast for tonight, we're expecting teens, some low 20s for the River Valley. When you factor in that wind, the wind chill will feel like the single digits in spot across northwest Arkansas. So if you are heading out, make sure to bundle up. A cold day for the day tomorrow as well. Mostly cloudy skies, highs only in the 30s, and that wintry mix arriving late in the day. For your 7-day forecast, we're expecting that winter weather for the first half of the week. Looking like mostly snow for northwest Arkansas, maybe some sleet mixing in. We'll see our highs in the 30s. Temperatures in the 40s throughout the rest of the week, mostly sunny skies, and another cool down around Tuesday into Wednesday. For the River Valley, we'll see that wintry mix, some sleet and freezing rain mixing in with that snow. That will taper off Monday evening, and then sunshine returns for the second half of the week, and temperatures eventually warming back up into the 50s.